Today I want to try something that honestly terrifies me a little bit. Because if you've been drawing digitally for a while, there are two tools you probably use without even realizing it: CTRL+Z and Eraser. The magical buttons that help us fix weird proportions and literally most of my art career. And the thing is that I use them constantly. Like, genuinely constantly. What if I challenge myself once again and stop using them for a drawing? Could I finish an entire illustration without using them even once? Or would I completely lose my mind halfway through? Because for this challenge, I'm not allowed to use CTRL+Z and Eraser a single time. And honestly, I already regret this decision. Before I start drawing, I should probably explain why this challenge is such a terrible idea. Normally, my drawing process is extremely chaotic. I start sketching something, and if I don't like it, I erase it, I redraw it, I move things around, and I resize things. And during that process, I undo 5 million times and erase 10 million strokes. And eventually, somehow a decent illustration appears. So removing Eraser and CTRL+Z basically means removing the safety tools I've been relying on for years. And that sounds fine in theory until you realized every mistake suddenly becomes permanent, which is terrifying. So come with me for the most intense moment of my life. Am I gonna be able to do something decent? Well, I don't think so. Alright, let's do this. So, I decided to follow this free-run trend and try to draw her as she's the girl with a pearl earring from Vermeer. I'm starting with the sketch phase, and honestly this is where I expect to suffer the most. Because normally sketching is just me throwing lines at the canvas until something starts looking correct. But now every line stays, and I can't change anything. So we got a circle and I really messed it up. I can't do this, guys. And while drawing, I'm gonna jab a little bit because I need to keep my sanity up. I think a huge part of my confidence comes from knowing I can always undo things later. Without that option, I'm hesitating way more than usual. I just feel very uncomfortable doing this. Alright, this is starting out kinda good. Oh man, I clicked it, did I? Okay, so I just had to do something because I accidentally clicked CTRL+Z on this drawing. So I'm gonna start again and disable CTRL+Z from Clip Studio Paint and from the shortcut I have. Since I couldn't remove the button from Clip Studio Paint and I was constantly clicking on it, I had to do this. Alright, so at first I was really focused on not pressing CTRL+Z, but since I'm so used to it, it was the first thing I did when I started feeling confident. Muscle memory, I guess. Oh my god, I misclicked again. Okay, let's act like nothing happened here, okay? Let's keep this a secret. Okay, so at this point, something really weird is happening. At first, I thought this challenge could just make my drawings worse, but instead I'm starting to change the way I approach every decision. Normally, I draw first and think later, which, now that I say it out loud, doesn't sound like a particularly good strategy. But when I know I can't undo anything, I suddenly spend way more time observing before drawing. And honestly, it's making me realize how impulsive my normal workflow is. So we are just finishing this sketch and I think I clicked CTRL+Z like 10 times, but luckily I have it disabled, so no worries. We are now about halfway through now, And I think I've discovered the hardest part of this challenge, guys, which is the coloring. And thinking that I can't undo a couple of steps is honestly driving me insane. I just have to keep going, I guess. Okay, so I just finished adding base color, so there's no going back. Apparently, I survived the sketch, the liner, and the base color. And honestly, this is where I finally can feel a little bit relaxed. But if I fail now, I could spend so much time deleting everything and doing it again. So we don't want this, okay? I need to focus so much right now. But you know, I think my brain chemistry has now changed a little bit. Instead of trying to erase every problem, I'm focusing on making the final piece work as a whole. I still have a lot of tools I can use though, and the liquify is honestly carrying the drawing. But I gotta say that sometimes I get too obsessed with fixing tiny details. So maybe this challenge is teaching me something after all. Or maybe I'm just coping. Honestly, it could be either. Alright, so I don't feel like adding more details, so I think we have reached the final result. Let me add some details on the background. Something like this, maybe, and I think we just finished. Okay. So, finally, after all that, this is the finished illustration. Okay, so I have to admit, I expected something much worse. And I expected also all of this harder. But yeah, my expectations were so low. Like, I thought the result would look significantly worse. Because I made so many mistakes, a lot of them. And I still have the urge of changing many parts of the drawing. But for a drawing made without a single CTRL+Z and eraser, I'm actually pretty happy with it. And this was unintentional, but I did all the coloring with just one brush, so yeah, this was kinda cool too. Okay, so more importantly, I learned something I wasn't expecting. It did make me notice a habit I didn't realize I had. I rely on magical tools way more than I rely on my own decision making. Sometimes that's useful because, you know, that's literally why the tool exists. But sometimes I think we use it too much to try to make everything perfect. So, of course, I am not going to stop using CTRL+Z and the eraser. I'm not crazy. But I think I'll be a little more intentional about it from now on. Because sometimes we just overthink about the drawing so much, and trust me, I am very qualified to overthink things. Now it's your time. I want to challenge you. Try this yourself, seriously. Draw something without using CTRL+Z and eraser. No undo button, no eraser. And when you're done, come share it in our Discord server. We have built a really amazing little art community full of artists, sharing feedback, helping each other, posting resources, and honestly just enjoying art together. So if you decide to try this challenge, I genuinely love to see what you create. Join the server, share your drawing, and let's see how much we all suffer together. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what art challenge I should attempt next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!